Hello souls! How are you? It's time for another miraculous reading. Today we're going to make another true crime reading, and the case I chose is the arrest of Ruby Franke and JODI Hildebrandt. We are going to see how each of them looks like as a personality viewed from the cards. What happened in that house, in JODI's house? Was Ruby's husband aware, and was he also approving his wife's actions towards their children? What about Ruby's sisters? Were they also aware of what was happening with their nieces? We were going to check also what is the connection between JODI Hildebrandt and the Church of Mormons, since there are some of her clients and patients, I would say, who complained that they were being victims of the Mormon church, but they were referred to her by the pastor, and she eventually had negative influence on these people's life. So if you're curious, stay till the end of this reading, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. I remind you that all the information in this reading is alleged. So let's start with reading the personalities of Ruby and JODI. See how each one of them looks like behind the mask. Okay, so this is Ruby. This is her face in front of society. And this is showing her deepest nature and feelings. What do we see? How she appears in front of society. Very telling cards. You see somebody who is envious, who is cruel, and it's cruel towards children. This is a vindictive person who doesn't feel love. This is the face she will be recognized from now on in society. She appears as somebody who is not afraid of being cruel towards children. And however, the Five of Swords in Tarot means that this is a double-edged sword, and she already sees how this cruelty backfires at her. So she obtained victory, full control above her children, but at the end she will be the one who will lose the final game. Deep inside, she suffers from heartbreak. She suffered from heartbreak for some reason, and something broke her heart rapidly. Something that happened all of a sudden. We don't know what was this event, but she's incapable of feeling love anymore. Something happened to her, and since then she's cold-hearted and she's incapable to feel love. So this was pretty clear. Let's check out the personality of Jodi Hildebrandt. Who is she in front of society and as a person? In the front of society, she appears as somebody who is just a second. So she appears as somebody who is really sharp, well-spoken, intelligent, but also she holds a grudge on something. She will be betrayed, perhaps by her business partner, Ruby. So Ruby will throw her under the bus. We can be sure for this. And she is somebody who has double personality. She's someone who can twist things in the direction they want them to go. And we see that she's pretty satisfied with herself. We see her full with herself. She's also very emotional, and she also knows how to express verbally her emotions. So a lot of people shared their experiences with her and say that she was really convinced of what she was saying, that she was speaking directly with God. And what we see here is that she indeed is full of herself. And this actually looks like her. So she feels privileged. She feels special. She's full of herself, and she believes that she's above other people. But we see her also betrayed here. So I believe that Ruby is going to backstab her and blame her for everything. Who was the mastermind behind this evil plan to keep these children alone, tied in that house, without food, without water? Whose idea was this? They made it as a teamwork. It was part of their project, but there was also third person. So both of them worked on this idea, and there was also third person, and they made this plan. So the idea came from Jodi for sure, but Ruby appears as someone who was delighted by this idea, so she's not innocent in this. How much her husband know about this? How much he knew about this? He was aware. He was watching from a distance. So it's not that he wasn't aware. This idea passed through his head. He was aware. He was watching from a distance, and he wanted to fight with her for a while, but he preferred to remain in the blur, like to remain delusional and to remain with this idea that everything is as he wants him to be. Once the truth hit him, he got really upset. So he appears to be really stressed out and to not like this discovery. Does he really love his children. Does he really love his children? He does, but he also appears as somebody who is really damaged. He has his own issues he's fighting with, and he understands very well what they have lived, but but he loved most of all his wife, Ruby, and he also preferred to walk away from this situation and to continue with his life as a single man. He preferred to walk away from his own children. Were Ruby's sisters aware of what was happening with the children? We have this facade of the picture perfect family. We have manipulation with the magician. We have King of Wands, somebody who is really energetic and somebody who has big energy. Deep down, they knew that something was wrong. With the Tower card, something was very, very wrong with the children. We have the Tower next to the children. They knew that there were no solid foundations here, but they decided, and this was something they decided to take as a course of action, to trust this happy facade and this picture perfect family. This was some intentional decision they took. We see intention with the magician. Okay, let's check how this situation looks from above, how the cards are going to show us what really happened in that house, what was going on in Jodi's house. Seven of Swords, Nine of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Five of Wands, and Nine of Swords. So we have two cards that indicate prison and higher stress. Here we have somebody who almost seems chained to the bed and who is really weak and stressed. Usually the Nine of Wands indicates prison, bars. So we had, what was going on is a family behind bars. And they were tricked to go there. Their mother didn't tell them the truth. She told them that perhaps they are going to see some family member, perhaps their father. She didn't tell them that they were going to go to this woman, Jodi. And there was a big fight. There was physical fight. There were also some sort of physical violence here going on. It was not just passive aggressive. So here we have pretty negative cards, and you see with your own eyes that the only positive card, which shows the family and the children, is surrounded by hostile, very hostile cards and aggression. Okay, so let's find out if what is the relationship between Jodi Hildebrandt and the Church of the Mormons. Was this patient being intentionally being sent to her in order to be shut down, as he was a whistleblower to what was going on within the church? Was there any plan in the background? Why he was referred to Jodi? King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Lovers, Page of Pentacles. There was some sort of financial exchange, and they were not trying to shoot him down, but most probably this pastor or priest, whatever it is, that referred the patient to Jodi was receiving some sort of percentage commission from her. We see a lot of pentacles, which mean money. So there's some sort of commission, and this could be checked out. Let's see if there will be justice in this case. Are both women going to go to jail, in prison? So here we have Ruby. Yes, she will go to prison for sure. She will have a really good opponent in the courtroom who will be able to fight her, and she will go to prison. What about Jodi? Is she going to be convicted? And if she's going to have some time in prison? Chariot, Seven of Swords, Judgment. Yes, she will be called out. We have a wake-up call with the Judgment card. So her shenanigans are going to be revealed to the world. She's really driven. She believes that she can escape, but here we see her being caught red-handed. Okay, so at the end I want to see if the children are going to get better. Currently they are experiencing a lot of inner conflicts and turmoil. And with the Six of Pentacles in the negative position, they don't want to talk about what happened to them. So perhaps they shut down. They have, with the Nine of Cups, they can go to some sort of therapy, perhaps with hypnosis, and this could help them a lot. They are still young, but they need some positive images and memories to be built up in their heads, and also to, I believe this is some sort of hypnosis that they need to take. They will need also financial support, and they will become strong and independent, so they will get better with time. I believe this is the boy who will grow as a strong and independent man, and he can also get financially abundant. He can obtain financial success in the future, but they will become independent and strong. So time will be needed to heal this trauma, but the end result is really positive. So that was the reading, my dear souls. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye bye.